Hello and welcome back to the Passport to Crime podcast, where we explore the world's most haunting and iconic cases and uncover the stories that leave investigators and the public alike searching for answers. Tonight's episode takes us deep into the world of espionage, political intrigue, and one of the most chilling assassinations in modern history. But before we begin, here's a quick disclaimer. This podcast you're about to hear discusses real-life cases with mature themes, including crime, assassination, and speculation. Listener discretion is advised. Now let's move on to the case in hand. A former Russian spy living in exile in London suddenly falls ill. His body is slowly shutting down, but doctors can't figure out why. Within weeks he is dead. The cause? Polonium-210. A rare and highly radioactive substance, so deadly that even a microscopic amount can be fatal. Who wanted him silenced? How did his killers get away with it? And what does this case tell us about the shadowy world of international espionage? This is the murder of Alexander Litvinenko. So I hear you ask, who was Alexander Litvinenko? Alexander Litvinenko was no ordinary man. He was a former officer of the Russian Federal Security Service, FSB, the successor to the KGB for years. He worked inside Russia's intelligence network, but in 1998 he made a shocking claim. He and his colleagues had been ordered to assassinate a Russian businessman, Boris Berezovsky. Instead of carrying out the order, Litvinenko went public. He accused the FSB of corruption, organized crime, and even state-sponsored assassinations. His revelations made him a target. In year 2000, fearing for his life, he fled Russia and sought an asylum in the UK. He settled in London, where he continued to criticize the Kremlin, publishing books that accused Russian intelligence of orchestrating terrorist attacks to justify war. By 2006, Litvinenko had become one of Vladimir Putin's fiercest critics. And then, suddenly, he was dead. So what actually happened? Well, on November the 1st, 2006, Litvinenko met with two former Russian agents, Andrei Lugovoy and Dmitry Kovatin, at the Millennium Hotel in London. They had tea together. Hours later, Litvinenko began vomiting uncontrollably. His condition worsened rapidly, and within days he was admitted to the hospital. Doctors were absolutely baffled. His symptoms resembled radioactive radiation poisoning, but they had never seen anything like it before. Then on November 23rd, 2006, Litvinenko died. Tests revealed the cause, polonium-210. A radioactive substance so rare that it's almost exclusively produced in government-controlled nuclear facilities. Someone had poisoned his cup of tea. So what are the facts behind the investigation to date? And what do we know so far? Well, Litvinenko's death sparked an international investigation. British authorities traced the radioactive substance back to the Millennium Hotel, where high levels of polonium-210 were found in a teapot used during his meeting. The suspects, Andrei Lugovoy and Dmitry Kovatin, the two men who had shared the tea with him that day. But there was a problem. Both men had returned to Russia, and the Russian government refused to extradite them. In 2016, a British inquiry concluded that Litvinenko's murder was probably approved by President Vladimir Putin himself. The European Court of Human Rights later ruled that Russia was responsible for the assassination. Yet, despite overwhelming evidence, no one has ever been prosecuted for Litvinenko's murder. So what are the theories currently behind Litvinenko's murder? Well, currently, Litvinenko's murder remains one of the most brazen assassinations in modern history, and theories about why he was killed continue to circulate. Theory 1. Silencing a critic. Litvinenko had exposed FSB corruption, accused Russian intelligence of terrorist attacks, and publicly blamed Putin for criminal activities. Was his murder a warning to others? Theory 2. A message to the West. The use of polonium-210 was deliberate. It was a signature assassination, meant to send a message that Russia could eliminate its enemies anywhere in the world. Or was it Theory 3? A rogue operation. Some believe Litvinenko's murder was carried out by individuals within Russian intelligence, without direct approval from the Kremlin. But if that were true, why did Russia protect the suspects? What was the aftermath like? Litvinenko's murder sent shockwaves through the international community. The UK expelled Russian diplomats, and relations between London and Moscow deteriorated significantly. His widow, Mariana Litvinenko, fought tirelessly for justice, pushing for investigators and legal action against those responsible. In 2021, the European Court of Human Rights ruled that Russia was directly responsible for his assassination and ordered compensation to be paid to his family. Despite this, Russia has never admitted involvement, and the suspects remain free. So what do you think? Alexander Litvinenko's murder was just not an assassination? It was a statement? What do you think happened? Was this a state-sponsored killing, or was it the work of a rogue operative? And what does this case tell us about the dangerous world of espionage? If you have a theory, drop it in the comments below. As always, thank you for joining me on this investigation. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and remember to have your passport ready for the unknown. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button.